You guys want a hot take from Aliens? Because I have one that I know is going to piss off a lot of people when I say it. The Queen reveal in Aliens, for me, is the scariest moment in the franchise. And I say this not to piss you off or anything like that. It's how I generally feel. I never saw Alien. I didn't see Alien for a long time. Aliens is a movie I watched like every day when I was younger. If you didn't get that by now. I didn't see Alien for a couple years later down the line, and I was like, okay, it was good, but it's not Aliens. That's generally how I feel right now. That opinion will never change. But the first time you see the Queen, and it gets that the camera just slowly pans around that entire hive room with the eggs. Like I have no idea what to expect at the end of that as a 6-year-old. And then it's just that thing sitting right there, and it's not moving. You don't know if it's alive, if it's dead, if it's hibernating, and then it just kind of moves its hands and looks up, and you're like, oh shit, all right, it's alive. And I know for most everybody else in the Alien franchise, it's the chest burster scene from the original 1979, where it just comes out of Kane in during the dinner scene, right? And I have no problem with that being the answer for everybody. The majority of people will hold that same opinion when it comes to the scariest moment in the Alien franchise. But the Queen in Aliens is only mentioned in passing. There's like a scene where Hudson, Vasquez, Bishop, and Ripley are all talking about what's laying these eggs, right? And Bishop's like, it's obviously something we've never seen before.
Comes from an egg, right? So who's laying these eggs?
I'm not sure. It must be something we haven't seen yet.
And then they start talking about like how there could be related to ants, or there's like a queen. And I think Vasquez says to Hudson at one point, like, these ain't ants, man. He's like, I know.
Hey, maybe it's like an ant hive.
Bees, man. Bees have hives.
You know what I mean.
Things ain't ants.
I know that.
And Bill Paxton's just killing it throughout this entire movie. But I remember he's just like, I think this is from the extended edition, but he just goes, yeah, man, the mama, the queen, she's big. I mean, badass, man.
Like one female that runs the whole show.
Yes, the Queen.
Yeah, the mama. She's badass, man. I mean, big.
So there's obviously like slight foreshadowing of what's to come, but nowhere watching that movie the first time I watched it, and look, I'm watching it as a child, right? Did I ever expect that to be there? I thought they were just talking about it, and then when Ripley runs in that room, and there's just silence. And she knows she's surrounded by the eggs at that point, and she's looking around. And, like, you're looking around the room as she's looking around the room. Like, you don't have that advantage where you're ahead of her and you know what's in there. You're looking as she's looking. That's what's so intimidating about the scene. And that's like a 3.5 to 4 minute scene. And there's no dialogue in that scene at all, right? It's just Ripley, Newt, and the Queen alien just looking around. The only like slight nod at a dialogue is literally the nod that Ripley gives the Queen when that egg's open. Like, all right, bitch, here we go. You wanted it, here we go. Torch him. Now you're going to ask, why do I have There Will Be Blood behind me? Because Paul Thomas Anderson's There Will Be Blood, which Daniel Day-Lewis won the Academy Award for, there was no speaking for like the first 15 minutes of that movie. There's no dialogue, right? That's what this scene in Aliens reminds me of. There's no talking for 3.5 to 4 minutes almost, and that never happens in a sci-fi movie. It's just you're experiencing with Ripley what's happening, and you're like, something's over there. I don't know what it is. And it's just like standing up there like this, right? And it's not moving at all. And then as soon as the fingers start to go and the head looks up, you're like, all right, we're in some shit now. So yes, I agree. The Queen in all of her glory is something you need to behold, especially the first time. That scene will stick with me forever. It's the most memorable scene, the scariest scene for me. Outside of that, the Offspring reveal in Alien Romulus, only because that caught me so off guard. Like, I had no idea what to do with myself. I was like, what the is that? That was the first time I actually jumped in the Alien franchise, was during Romulus. But this is the first scene that actually scared me in the whole franchise.